Welcome to Kitchen Designers Forum. My name is Donald Cooper, your host. Before we start today's lesson, let's review noting and tagging your floor plan, which will not only assist you checking your acknowledgements, it is also important to your client and installer. When you add accessories or custom modifications that are not noticeable on the floor plan, always write a note referring to their locations. Our example has a tilt-out tray at the sink base. We note the type of accessory, place a reference number by the note and accessory location. These reference numbers are called tags. On the bottom left, we have a custom face frame and door. We note the item, the custom size, and again we tag the note and location. An incorrect item is not only a problem for the designer and manufacturer, it's a huge burden to your client and installer. And you may hear some designers say they are very busy and do not have time to check their acknowledgements. If you were to follow these designers for any length of time, you will find they have one thing in common. They are very busy, usually trying to fix problems. They do not realize checking their acknowledgements will avoid problems and save time. The cost of an unchecked or improperly checked acknowledgement is anywhere from a slight inconvenience to the thousands of dollars, not to mention the cost of wasted man-hours to fix a problem that could have been avoided. Take checking your acknowledgements very seriously. Let's start with the basics. Make a copy of your acknowledgement. This way you will have one to write on, and if needed, a clear copy to refer back to. Unless you are in training, the designer that sold the kitchen should be checking their own acknowledgement. The designer is able to spot errors more efficiently than an expediter who is not part of the qualifying, designing, or closing process. Remember, acknowledgements are time sensitive. Schedule time every day to check your acknowledgements. Much like appointment scheduling, allow yourself some time without interruption. In the middle of checking your acknowledgement, you do not want to be searching through folders. First, set up the needed paperwork. Aside from the acknowledgement copy, you will also need purchase order, floor plan, and the item list that was used to calculate pricing. On the first page of your acknowledgement copy, write the word acceptance. This word is used as our reminder to affirm cost, characteristics, finished ends, planned items, trim, accessories, necessities, custom modifications, and ETA, or anything to do with shipping. First, compare the acknowledgement price to the price on the original item list. Any cost difference is the first indicator something is incorrect or has been changed. The reason will be found with further inspection. Calculate any difference and continue checking your acknowledgement. Next, compare the characteristics on the signed purchase order to the acknowledgement. We check our door style, wood species, and finish. Our characteristics are correct. To affirm finished ends, highlight or check the finished sides on the floor plan. Starting with the first item on the acknowledgement, write the line item number on the corresponding cabinet in the floor plan. Line item 1 is a W2130 hinge left. On the floor plan, we'd find the matching cabinet and write the number 1. Since the first item is now confirmed, place a check mark on the acknowledgement. Continuing to line item 2, our cabinet is a W1530 hinge left, finished right. Again, we find the matching cabinet on the floor plan and write the corresponding line item number. This time we also verify finished ends and place a check mark on the acknowledgement. Line item 3 is a W3012. Find the cabinet on the floor plan and place a check mark on the acknowledgement. Line item 4 is a W1530 hinge right. We verify for both finished ends and check off the acknowledgement. As you continue checking your acknowledgement, be sure to confirm hinge placement and finished sides. Watch for cabinets of the same dimension. We can now conclude the cabinetry, hinge location, and finished ends are affirmed.